Have you ever opened your eyes and somehow knew it was almost time to wake up? You look at your phone. 6:59 a.m. Your alarm is set for 7 o'clock, and somehow your brain beat the alarm by 1 minute. Sometimes it happens 5 minutes early, sometimes 10. So how does your brain do this? Does your body actually know what time it is? The answer is stranger than it seems, because your body really does have something that behaves surprisingly like a clock. It doesn't have numbers, it doesn't have hands, and it definitely doesn't have a tiny alarm bell. Instead, it is a biological system that helps organize your entire day. And once you understand how it works, waking up before your alarm suddenly makes a lot more sense. Imagine going to sleep at exactly the same time every night. And every morning, you wake up at 7 o'clock. At first, your alarm does most of the work, but after repeating the same schedule again and again, something begins to change. Your body starts learning the pattern. Your brain begins expecting that morning is coming, and eventually you may wake up before the alarm even rings. This is connected to something called your circadian rhythm. A circadian rhythm is roughly a 24-hour biological cycle that helps coordinate sleep, alertness, body temperature, hormone release, and many other processes. Your body isn't simply reacting to the world around you. It is constantly keeping track of where you are in your daily cycle. One of the most important parts of this system is located deep inside the brain. It is called the suprachiasmatic nucleus, or SCN. Its job is surprisingly simple. It acts like one of the body's main timing centers. And one of its most important clues comes from something you experience every day: light. When light enters your eyes, special cells in the retina detect it. These cells don't only help you see. They also send information about light and darkness to the brain's internal timing system. Bright light tells your brain it's daytime. Darkness sends a different signal. This helps synchronize your internal biological clock with the outside world. But light isn't the only clue. Your meal times matter. Your physical activity matters. Your daily routine matters. Your social schedule can matter too. Your entire lifestyle creates a repeated pattern, and your brain is very good at detecting patterns. Now imagine you have an important exam tomorrow morning. You normally wake up at 8 o'clock, but tomorrow you need to wake up at 6 o'clock, so you set 3 alarms: 6 o'clock, 6:05, and 6:10. You go to bed thinking, I absolutely cannot oversleep. Then something strange happens. You wake up, you look at the clock. 5:57. No alarm, you were already awake. One possibility is that your brain had been anticipating the unusual wake-up time. Your expectations can influence how your sleep unfolds. But there's another important factor. Your body can begin preparing for wakefulness before you actually open your eyes. One of the important hormones involved in waking is cortisol. You may have heard cortisol called the stress hormone, but that's an oversimplification. Cortisol has many normal functions, and one of them is helping your body become more prepared for daytime activity. In many people, cortisol naturally rises around the time of awakening. This is called the cortisol awakening response. Your body begins shifting toward a more alert state. Your metabolism changes. Your cardiovascular system adjusts. Your brain becomes more prepared for wakefulness. So waking up isn't always a single instant. It's more like a process. Your body can begin moving toward wakefulness before you consciously think, I'm awake. And if your schedule is predictable, that process can become synchronized with your usual wake-up time. This is one reason your alarm may sometimes feel almost unnecessary. Your alarm isn't necessarily creating your wake-up. It may simply be interrupting a process that was already happening. Think of it like a train arriving at a station. The alarm isn't driving the train. Your biological rhythm has been moving toward the station all night. The alarm just makes sure you don't miss the stop. But your biological clock isn't a perfect stopwatch. It is influenced by many things. Maybe you stayed up much later than usual. Maybe you slept badly. Maybe your room was too hot. Maybe you were stressed. Maybe you were sick. Maybe you changed your schedule. All of these things can affect your sleep and circadian timing. Your internal clock is powerful, but it isn't magical. Your brain probably isn't thinking, it's 6:58, you have 2 more minutes until the alarm. There isn't a tiny clock inside your head displaying the time. Instead, your body responds to a combination of biological rhythms, environmental signals, previous experiences, and expectations. It's more like predicting a familiar event than reading a clock. Imagine hearing the same song every morning. After enough repetition, you might start anticipating what comes next. Your brain doesn't need a stopwatch. It recognizes the pattern. Your morning routine works in a similar way. Wake up, turn off the alarm, get out of bed, open the curtains, brush your teeth, eat breakfast, go to school or work. Do this hundreds of times, and your body begins associating these events with one another. Your wake-up time becomes part of a larger biological pattern. This is why regular sleep schedules can make waking easier. Your body receives similar signals at roughly the same time every day, but sometimes people wake up before an alarm even when they don't consciously know why. They might say, I just randomly woke up, but their brain has been processing information throughout the night. Your conscious mind is the only part of your brain involved in maintaining routines. Your body continues regulating temperature, hormones, sleep stages, breathing, and many other processes while you sleep. So the fact that you aren't consciously thinking about tomorrow's alarm doesn't mean your brain has forgotten about it. Your body is still operating according to its internal rhythms. And there's another reason this phenomenon can feel almost supernatural. We remember the successful predictions. Imagine you wake up before your alarm 3 times this week. You think, that's crazy. But what about the other 4 days when the alarm woke you up? You probably don't think about them. Waking up at 6:59 before a 7 o'clock alarm feels special. Waking up at 7:13 after the alarm has already been ringing, you probably won't remember it. So sometimes the phenomenon is partly biology and partly our tendency to notice surprising coincidences. But that doesn't mean waking before your alarm is purely coincidence. Your biological clock is real. your daily rhythms are real, and your body really can anticipate regular changes in your environment. Your body doesn't need to know the exact number on the clock. It only needs to know morning usually happens around here. Now imagine several days with no alarm, no school, no work, no appointments, no reason to wake up at a particular time. You go to sleep whenever you're tired. You wake up whenever you naturally wake. Your schedule becomes less predictable. Your internal clock still exists. But there are fewer external routines telling it exactly when certain events should happen. This is why vacations can feel so different from normal school or work days. You're not just sleeping longer, you're changing the signals that organize your daily rhythm. Now imagine the opposite. You wake up at exactly 6:30 every morning for months. Eventually, 6:30 may start feeling like a natural boundary between sleep and wakefulness. You might wake up a few minutes before the alarm. That's your body responding to consistency. Your internal clock isn't located in just one place. The brain has a central timing system, but many organs and tissues throughout the body also have their own molecular clocks. Your liver has timing mechanisms, your muscles have them, your digestive system has them. Different parts of your body follow daily cycles and communicate with one another. So when you wake up in the morning, it's not just your brain suddenly switching from sleep mode to awake mode. Your entire body has been preparing for a change. It's more like an orchestra getting ready for the next song. Different systems begin changing at slightly different times. Eventually, you become consciously awake. This also explains why changing your sleep schedule can feel strange. Suppose you normally wake up at 7 o'clock, then suddenly you start waking up at 5 o'clock. Your alarm may work, but your biological system hasn't necessarily adjusted immediately. Your body may still behave as if it's nighttime.